Hey guys, Monday, June 9th, 2025. Let's see what Platinum and Palladium are up to. So far, looking at the monthly profile, we have blew right through this high of 1197. The overnight futures pushed above it. Next pivot will be 1283 and then 1348. So far, looking good. Buyers are coming in. Weekly, nothing there. It's pretty much those targets up there. When you look at the daily and you put trend lines on a log scale chart, you can see that we broke through that trend line right there. And those are pretty much your big targets using pivots. 1348, 1281. Looking at our simple glance chart, you see that we're on the higher range of the linear regression channel. In my opinion, is very risky. But if you are risky, you can start getting in if you're risky. Because they could continue pushing higher. This is just a way of measuring the market. And it's just pushing higher. It's at extreme. This is a weekly, the daily. You can see that the linear regression is adjusting to the angle. So it's very strong. Everything is strong. MACDs on all three time frames. The monthly, weekly, and daily are strong. Sentiment is strong on the weekly and the daily. And the monthly looks like it's now turning. And you're above the 200 on the monthly time frame. Above the cloud. So everything looks bullish there. This is the same thing. So this one is pretty much a very easy chart. The question is, am I going to buy or did I miss the train? That's up to you. What kind of trader you are. Looking more fractal, using our yearly pivot, you can see that we just kissed the extreme pivot high of 1223. There's nothing higher here unless we're going to go here around 1300. But we already kissed it here. And everything looks pretty strong. And this is the weekly with yearly pivots. On the daily with monthly pivots, we already blew right through 1178. And I don't see any signs of weakness here. And on the 4-hour, using our weekly pivot, we are very far from the midpoint, which is 1110. But if it's going to go higher in the US session, you got a pivot here of 1252. That's going to be for this whole week, that high right there, or that target. Looking at the hourly, if there was to be a pullback, this would be the line in the sand just for today only, 1161. So far on the hourly, it's showing a little weakness, but that doesn't matter. There's a lot of fever of FOMO, missing out of this move. So any pullback, I'm sure they're going to be buying. They're going to get in. If you haven't gotten in, I am not, as a disclosure, I don't know anything. I'm platinum. So I'm watching it. I'm probably waiting for a pullback to come so I could get in. I already got a few stocks that I'm watching that I want to put some money to work on. Let's go to Palladium, see what's cooking there. Palladium is my favorite one because it's the more super underdog, the one that's not really talked about or liked. And so far, we look at the monthly. You can see that there's a pivot way back here. We haven't even kissed that yet. That's somewhere around 1133. But we're starting to chuck along higher. You can see some of the pivots here, around 1096. The high that we have right now is 1109. Got to watch out for this area when we get there. On the weekly, there's nothing there. This is the area that I'll be watching. And on the daily, on a linear log chart, you can see that we broke through this trend line. We failed here, broke right through it. You got this long supply zone at 1120, and then you have another one right here, which is at the top of the consolidation range, is 1260. And I'm watching to see if it could get to 1120 this week and see what happens. And you got this trend line coming down pretty much all the way from back here. If I could adjust this chart. From this pivot here, shooting straight down in conjunction with this pivot here, or this supply zone. So I want to see what's going to happen in this area right here, right there. What's going to happen if we get there this week. So that's what I'm watching. So far, all the MACDs are positive of all time frames. We got a PPS buy signal in the monthly. We are above the 200 SMA. You got this pivot here around 1116. Weekly, same thing as platinum, very overextended. It's not my style to be buying up here, but sometimes prices continue exploding and you miss the train, and that's part of trading. Sometimes you can't catch all the moves. But in my opinion, this is where it could get risky, where they just pull the rug under you and it pulls back. But if it does, that's you want to start getting interested and maybe dip your toes in. Looking at the weekly, you see that this level is interesting. 1034, maybe that will get defended and then do another leg higher. Same thing here, very overextended, but so far looking good. So if you're risky, you're like, yeah, I don't care, man. I'm just going to buy it when it opens, or, you know, when the stock market's open, I'm just buying something. Then, you know, go for it. That's your style. Nothing wrong with it. Everybody has their own style. Now, this chart right here is not a log scale, so you can see that we're already hitting trend lines. So I always recommend my subscribers have two charts, one with log and one without. Because you want to see what the other players are seeing. You just want to be informed. What I'm talking about, look, we're hitting a trend line here on a non-log scale. And when we go to log scale, we got ways to go. So you wouldn't know that if you didn't have that option checked out. Nonetheless, we are hitting resistance on the non-log scale chart. But the pivot still remains 1120 and 1226. So let's see what happens here. This is the area that I want to see if we could hold. We'll go sideways and then maybe come test here. Because once we break out from this high of 1260, it's an official breakout from the consolidation pattern that we've been since 2024. All this is consolidation, and maybe this is the beginning of that move. You know, and if it's not, and if it pulls back, then maybe it'd be a second try, and maybe it does it, but I'm just all speculating there. Let's look at the midpoint chart. You can see that it's not as strong as platinum. Because platinum on the yearly is somewhere, let's see where platinum, I believe it's somewhere up there. Yeah, so look at that. Platinum on the yearly is all the way touching the purple pivot on the yearly chart. I mean, that's an accomplishment. And when you look at Palladium, that's why I like Palladium. Why? Because it's the underdog. It's just starting. It's just a baby in a move. And if we nail it and get it right, this one day will be up here. What does that mean? If it plays out, look at all those gains you could get. And platinum is already here. Waves are looking good. Stokes are looking good. Trend is up. Right now, this will probably be the bigger target, 1142. That's your, you could say 75% target. On the daily, using monthly pivots, we're already getting close to this extension right here, this pivot of 1115. And then it's open skies from there. This is for the whole month. of June. We're already in the upper range. So if we kind of get a pullback, maybe that could be a nice way to get in if you haven't gotten in. And looking at our weekly chart, we're already close already to the week. Doesn't mean that it's going to just stall here. It could continue pushing higher. I'm just telling you that it's going to find buyers and the Momo is building up. So it's the decision you have to decide is like, should I just buy now and risk, or should I wait for a nice pullback, maybe to the midpoint here, and then accumulate something, then see if it's going to do another retrace and do another leg higher. Those are the options you gotta think. It all depends on what kind of trader you are. Are you risky, or you're conservative, or you're like, oh, I lost the train left me, or I'm waiting to a right opportunity to get in. Nonetheless, it's looking good. This is the line in the sand for this whole week. 1017. Everything looks good with the indicators. And lastly, look in the hourly. It's just stair-stepping. Look at these midpoints. Just moving higher. We're already at the top of the range for this day only. Little weakness here, but everything looks good. You're above the VWAP. Everything looks good. Everything looks good to go higher. Let's see the stocks we got for platinum, MPU, AMPUY. It's a one I have on my radar. ANGPY. This is $7. Valley or Vol, VALE, like Valvoline or whatever. It's at $9.49. PLG, the one I'm watching, Platinum Group Metals, and obviously Platinum itself. Now for the Palladium players, you see that still in beginning stages, and just looking back, if this is going to be that, then this is what you're going to be expecting. SPPP, Sprott, Physical Platinum and Palladium Trust. This one you get both. So if you're into some trusts from the Sprott, this is one that's interesting. And right now it still hasn't broken out until you get at $11. PALL, Palladium shares, ETF, at $95. You got 113. Like your midpoint would be around 220 or maybe 200. This range here. Just kind of eyeballing it. SBSW, this is the popular one. And this is the one that I'm kind of like hesitant to buy. But, you know, when things start moving, sometimes you just got to risk. You gotta get skin in the game. But a lot of my subscribers are trading this one, SBSW, in South Africa. They have a lot of exposure, and this move has just begun. And lastly, I have IVPAF, somewhere around 819. So those are the stocks that I have on my watch list. And I also have exposure already to uranium, and that one so far is looking good, but I am expecting a pullback or a little correction. So keep your eyes on this market if you haven't gotten in, and there's a correction for an opportunity to get your toes wet. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video. I keep you posted on my thoughts on platinum and palladium.